Over the past few days, social media has been filled with speculations about what really happened to Elena. Her family has finally spoken out, and I'm here to give you all the verified updates on what really transpired. So Elena's family members, particularly her sister, has shared some details to Premium Times. I'm going to leave the link in the description for us to verify the news. So I'll just go straight into it. According to her sister, Elena underwent liposuction and fat transfer to her hips, her buttocks, and her calves at the hospital facility on February 6th. So she said that Elena began experiencing severe pains in the areas that this operation was done 2 days after this procedure. So they did a medical test, and then the test revealed that Jessica, because I'm going to be calling her Jessica or Elena because it seems she has both names. So medical test revealed that Elena or Jessica had a very high white blood cell count and low blood levels in her blood. So this prompted the doctors to administer blood transfusion on her, about 5 pints of blood. Thereafter, they gave her some antibiotics, but her condition was getting very bad. And her white blood cell continued to rise. Her buttocks, her hips, and the calves began swelling, became tight, became red, and became inflamed. So the doctors assumed that perhaps too much fat had been injected, which might have disrupted proper blood flow in her body. So on February 13, they decided to do another surgery, more like a decompression surgery, because like I said, the doctors thought they had injected too much fat into her body. So this surgery was to just remove most of the fat. But by the time they finished the surgery, they realized that it did not help anything. She was still in terrible pains, the same as she was before the surgery was even done. Then on February 19, they decided to arrange a transfer to Lut. But when they got to Lut, Lagos University Teaching Hospital, for those of us that don't know. So when they got there, there was no bed in the ICU, intensive care unit. There was no bed available for her. And she was inside the ambulance for over 5 hours. And at this time, she was still screaming in severe pains. The sister was, according to the sister, she was running around looking for bed at Lut for her, but none was available. Even the nurse that came with them, because there was a nurse from the hospital where they did the surgery, the Sinosure hospital where they did the surgery. The nurse that followed them did not even bother to bring any pain relief to even give her, so that at least the pain can be managed while she was in the ambulance. So at this point, they were basically left on their own. The nurse began to make some calls, and then the nurse said that the doctor at the Sinosure asked them to take Elena to a male hospital in Festac. So after they arrived at a male hospital, the nurse disappeared. After they arrived, she left them there immediately. So they paid 1.5 million naira at the ICU at a male hospital in Festac. And this 1.5 million was for just 1 day. After paying the money, no plastic surgeon even came to attend to Elena. So this development just forced the family to move Jessica again on February 20, which was the next day, because they had contacted another hospital, and then another hospital, and which informed them that there's a plastic surgery available there to attend to Elena. So at this point, me, I'm wondering, so we have so many plastic surgeons now in Nigeria. I even thought it's just a few hospitals that are doing plastic surgery, but from what I'm gathering, it's like plastic surgery is a big business in Nigeria at this point. Anyway, let me go back to the story. So when they arrived this new hospital, the medical team immediately presented them with a bill of 6 million naira that is supposed to cover them 1 week at the ICU. So this cost was to remove the fat, was also to remove the infected fat, because they said that the fat in her body was infected. So imagine that they've already spent all this money, and then we've not even talked about the money they already initially spent at Sinosure. Anyway, they had to sell properties because they did not have any more money. They had to sell properties to raise this money. And then the doctor was like, the issue, the body, she has sepsis. Sepsis is a serious infection of the blood. And that her condition at this point was 50-50. She might live or she might die. So they were desperate to raise money, and then they had to sell things and raise money. So they did more tests here in this hospital, and then they realized that her blood level was critically low. So they had to buy like 7 more pints of blood urgently for Elena. By February 22nd, they're still in this hospital. She had another surgery where the doctor removed all the infected fat from her hips, buttocks, and the calves, like basically everything that they had put in the previous hospital they came from. So when they did this, she seemed very okay. She was still in the ICU. So the doctors would just come in, open the womb, open her up, and then treat the sepsis. Then they said that she would need more surgery in a few weeks to close this open wound. And then at this point, dear, like I said before, they had used all the money that they had to sell things. And then this hospital was saying that they need to pay 1.5 million naira weekly along with additional expenses, just to keep her in this ICU. And they couldn't afford it. And this hospital is the only hospital that was able to even manage Elena, And from what their sisters were saying, the father retired. Elena was the breadwinner of this family. So it's like, she being in this condition, there's no one else that could have raised all this money, because she's basically the breadwinner. She was the one that was taking care of the family. So if the people that she was taking care of say they don't have money, it means that it was critical for them. And then the hospital was like, if people are not able to raise this money to keep her alive in the ICU, then we have to discharge her or refer her to the general hospital. Bear in mind, this girl had open wounds and she was still in serious pains. And you know how general hospital is. They're not really that efficient in this kind of a condition. And then the family, they did not say if this is how Elena eventually passed away, because I'm just doing some how do I say, because Elena passed away shortly after this. Now, from the story they gave the Premium Times, they did not say if they also eventually discharged her and they went somewhere else and then she passed away in that place. Because, like I said in my previous video, from the video that has been circulating, it did not look like it's that place she was in was not really nice. So I don't know if they were not able to raise the last 4.5 million naira. And I'm even saying last because this 4.5 million, it was for a weekly payment. I don't think they had that. Bear in mind, Elena was the breadwinner. So I'm assuming allegedly that they were not able to raise this money and the hospital had to let them go. And then Elena passed from that. This is why signature was was able to, the hospital that they had the surgery at, were able to rush in and give a statement that, oh, we have seen a video circulating, blah, 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 blah. It was not from our facility. I'm going to put the statement there. I'm not even going to read it because I don't blame them. I blame the government that does not take this kind of thing seriously. So they were able to raise a statement that blah, 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 we've seen a video, she did not die in my facility. Meanwhile, all the while that this family are running around trying to save this girl's life, Senator did not even, as soon as that nurse disappeared, remember I said the nurse disappeared at some point when they went to that hospital in Emel Hospital in Festac. After that, the family said Senator did not bother to check up on them. Like your patient left your hospital in very bad circumstances. You did not bother to know is she still breathing. So when they now saw that Elena has died, they were in a hurry to come and say the video taken was not from a facility. How about the things that you put it to her in your facility? Can we talk about that? Anyway, Elena's family friend should I say her friend named Destiny has come out to make a video. So I'll put it for us to listen to it, and I think I'll close this video from there. So please, if you like my channel, remember to subscribe. I'm going to bring more updates. There are some celebrities that have chimed in. I'm going to make a post about that in the next one. So please listen to what Elena's friend Destiny has to say. I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Take care.
I'm a friend to the lady that currently lost her life doing a cosmetic surgery. Elena went into, because I already spoke to the twin sister, I got a better detail of what happened. Elena went for a cosmetic surgery. She did a cosmetic surgery on the 6th of February, 2026. And then on the 8th of February, she started having complications, which they immediately complained to the doctor. They said infection entered. There are so many details that I cannot put out there because I'm not in a very, good place. I've also gone under the knife. I did not go. I did not even come out with complications. One thing you people don't understand is that this Sinosure hospital is known for ending the lives of young girls. Hello guys, my name is... There is nothing wrong as a young girl wanting to correct something in your body. Absolutely nothing wrong. If Sinosure doesn't end your life, it gives you burns and necrosis. We have so many of its victims. We might be creating a Telegram channel where we'll be posting videos and pictures and complaints of other people. This is not about Elena wanting more or something. This is about an hospital that is supposed to be protecting life. It's not the only surgeon in Nigeria, so why is it the only one killing our girls? Elena died a very painful death. I mean, nobody, you people don't get it, nobody deserves to die like this. Not even Elena, nobody. They neglected I did so many surgeries on her, mind you. She kept on paying for everything. They asked her, there is nothing wrong as a young girl wanting to correct something in your body. I'll be attaching in details what happened. There will be a Telegram channel where you all, if you want to see what this hospital called Sinosure has to end. Enough is enough. There is nothing, and enough of you all body shaming ladies that want to go under the knife. There is nothing wrong for wanting to fix something in your body. Absolutely nothing wrong. It doesn't mean anybody should die that way, and not the way my friend died. No. All I know is that this is your last Sinosure. I promise you, this is your last. That power you think you have to start using it on us right now. You have to. Because we're coming out in numbers to ask you questions. What happened to our friend? What happened to Elena? What happened to her? Mind you, Elena did not go under the knife again after 6 months or 1 year post-op, like the story has been circulating. No. Okay? We need justice. Sinisho's license has to be revoked at least. We're talking about Elena. Somebody still died there again on the 5th. Elena died on the 6th. Somebody still died in the same Sinisho on the 5th. Because Elena's one made it out. We're talking about a man that butchers our girl on a daily basis. If you even manage to come out alive, you're coming out with either necrosis or burns. It's not the only surgeon in Nigeria. Enough. What happened to her? People die from giving birth. People die from other sickness.